Takashi Tezuka, after more than 40 years being with Nintendo, has announced that he'll be retiring from the company on June 26th this year. Man, 40 years is a lot, and this guy did everything. Hell, I wasn't even born at the time. I was born around late 90s. This guy Tezuka, he did everything when it comes to video games, from directing, producing, and supervising. Not only that, but he also co-created a well-known dinosaur by the name of Yoshi. Even though there's two people who deserves to be credited as well, and that's Shigefumi Hino, who was the designer of Yoshi, and Shigeru Miyamoto, who had an early concept art of Yoshi. And as much as I would love to be talking about those two, this video is going to focus more on Tezuka. Anyway, there's a lot of games that he worked on with Miyamoto, and I honestly see Tezuka as Miyamoto's right-hand man, because they worked together all the way back during the Famicom years, aka the Japanese version of the NES, which for all you guys who don't know what the Famicom looks like, here's a quick comparison between those two, and honestly, I like the Famicom design more. But I'm not here to discuss the comparison. What I'm here is to discuss the games that Tezuka developed. And there's a lot of games that I would like to list over, but I'm only going to list the ones that he was heavily involved, like being the producer and director. Like I said before, he was also a supervisor as well, but I don't see that as a big role compared to the first two. Don't get me wrong, supervisor does have a big role, but not as important like being the producer and director because you're mostly hands-on. Anyway, enough of me blabbering, here are the list of the games. We start with as the director. The first game he started with was Devil World, a game that was never released in the US until 2023. The original Super Mario Bros. As well as the Lost Levels, which in Japan it was called Super Mario Bros. 2. Plus, the game was so difficult that it was never released to the US until 1993, which I will get into later of what game it was. Zelda 1, Super Mario Bros. 3, Super Mario World, Link to the Past, Link's Awakening, Super Mario All-Stars. Okay, that there not only was that Nintendo's first game that they ever did a remake, don't quote me on this, I might be wrong. And yes, this was the game that gave us the Lost Levels. Plus, those were 4 classic NES Mario games with updated graphics and audio. And, continue on. Yoshi's Island. And lastly, Super Mario 64, which is Nintendo's first start of a 3D platform. That right there is actually a great start of him directing those games, and were fun as well. As for Super Mario 64, it was a great game for Tezuka to step down as director and move into becoming a producer. And my god, get ready guys, because he produced a lot of games compared to the games he directed. Anyway, here is the list of games that he produced, starting with Yoshi's Story, Luigi's Mansion, Animal Crossing for both GameCube and Nintendo 64. Yep, not only did he produce Animal Crossing on the GameCube, he also produced the N64 version as well. And the reason why you never heard of that version before was because it was never released outside of Japan. Now, you might be asking why. What's the reason? Well, the reason why was because it was at the end of Nintendo 64's life cycle, and since the GameCube was a few months away from its release, they decided to put Animal Crossing on the GameCube instead. And you know what? I think it was worth it. Because with the GameCube version, they updated the visuals and added more content compared to the Nintendo 64 version. So yeah, I think Nintendo did a smart move there. Continue on. Super Mario Sunshine, Wind Waker, Mario Kart Double Dash, aka one of my favorite Mario Kart games, which sadly, we never had the whole 2 character in 1 car mechanic ever again. And it's a shame because I love that mechanic. And I used to be good at the game along with my friend. Whenever we do the co-op, I would always be the driver while my friend would be the attacker, and we will always kick ass. To my friend out there, if you're listening/watching this video, let's do another round, okay? Anyway, continuing with the list. Pikmin 2, Yoshi's Touch and Go, Big Brain Academy, Animal Crossing Wild World, New Super Mario Bros. DS, which, after more than 10 years of Tezuka not working on a 2D Mario game, or any involvement, he finally did. And that game was fun, especially with Mario and Luigi, the multiplayer game where you collect stars while platforming. And the other is where you could do a 4-player game, competing in minigames. And if you were familiar with some of the minigames, they were actually ported from the Super Mario 64 DS, while others were completely new. Anyway, continuing on. Yoshi's Island DS, Big Brain Academy Wii Degree, Link's Crossbow Training, Wii Music, Animal Crossing City Folk, Mario and Luigi Bowser Inside Story, New Super Mario Bros. Wii, Super Mario Galaxy 2, Ocarina of Time 3D, Four Sword Anniversary Edition. Okay, this one is actually the best version to play Four Swords because it was re-released on both handheld consoles, the DSi and 3DS. While yes, you can play the one on the Game Boy Advance, but the problem is that you need the Game Boy Advance link cables to do multiplayer. And what sucks even more is that you can't play single player. So for us losers out there, yes, I'm included as well, who didn't have friends who owned the Game Boy Advance copy of Four Swords, you don't need to suffer anymore because with the DSi and 3DS version, you can play solo, and if you want to do multiplayer, you can do it wirelessly without having to suffer the Game Boy Advance link cables. Continue on. Super Mario 3D Land, New Super Mario Bros. 2, New Super Mario Bros. U, Animal Crossing New Leaf, Super Mario 3D World, Yoshi's New Island, Yoshi's Woolly World, Super Mario Maker, which of course is the game where you can make insane Mario levels, which was released on both Wii U and 3DS, and it was also part of Mario's 30th anniversary. Super Mario Run. I honestly have no words, only that it was Nintendo's first experience having some games going mobile. And if you want to know how much that game is, it's $10. Is it worth it? Long story short, fuck no. I'd rather play New Super Mario Bros. 2 or U than that. By the way, that game is still getting updates to this day, which is insane. Anyway, continue on. Hey Pikmin, New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe, Yoshi's Crafted World, Super Mario Maker 2, Clubhouse Games 51 Worldwide Classic, Pikmin 3 Deluxe, Pikmin 4, and lastly, Super Mario Bros. Wonder, as well as the DLC Meetup in Bellabelle Park. Phew, my god, what a list. Majority of these games that I've listed here were more hits than miss, and if you guys have a favorite that he either directed or produced, let me know. Oh wait, I almost forgot. Outside of video games, he was also involved with the Super Mario Bros. Movie, and his role there was a Nintendo creator executive, and for the Galaxy movie, it says that he was a Nintendo team, whatever that role is. If you guys know what role it is, I would like to know. So yeah, it's going to be sad once he retires on June 26th, but hey, the guy has an amazing track record. As of recording of this video, which is May 19, there's two Nintendo Switch 2 games releasing this year, one in May and the other in June. Those games are Yoshi and the Mysterious Book and Star Fox, and we don't know if he's going to have any involvement or not, but if I had to make a guess, he'll probably be involved with Yoshi and the Mysterious Book, and the reason why is because Tezuka was heavily involved with the main Yoshi games. As for the role, I'm not sure, maybe a supervisor, but if he's going to be a producer of the game, then what a great way of a send-off. All I can say about Tezuka is thank you so much with all the games you helped made. I hope you enjoy your retirement with your family. Before I go, I want to share a funny Tezuka story with you guys, so here we go. During the development of Super Mario Bros. 3, Tezuka got home very late because of how long the development took, and he has a wife which we don't know her name, but all we know is that she's actually described as a very shy person, according to Tezuka. And one time he got home very late that she completely lost it, started screaming at him of not calling, nor telling her that he was going to be late, which when he told Miyamoto about that, they had a good laugh about it. Not just that, it also gave them an idea which was putting Tezuka's wife in the game. And if you guys are wondering what it was, where can I find her, etc., it was an enemy of the name Boo. Yep, the ghost enemy, which in Japan, it has a very cute name, which is called Teresa. So yeah, there you have it. I hope you guys enjoy the small story, and once again, thank you Tezuka, enjoy your retirement, and as for my viewers out there, I hope you enjoy this video. Stay safe, and I'm out.